I remember going back to my apartment, and I said, Allah, you blessed me to score this week. I'm making sajda. And in my apartment, I kid you not, I'm trying to figure out, how am I going to go down and pray? Am I going to stand up, beat on my chest, then go do a sajda? Am I going to go around and do a sajda? Whatever it's going to be. And so, Monday Night Football comes around. We needed the game. Sellout crowd, Arrowhead. We set the noise record, still the world record, Guinness World Record today. Loudest stadium in the outdoor stadium.
KC?
KC.
Okay.
And it happened on a guy intercepting the pass, running it back, and praising Allah, sajda in end zone.
That was your... Subhanallah.
And
wow.
And it's still in Guinness World Record.
It's still in Guinness.
Unforgettable.
The loudest roar recorded in world history is people cheering on a Muslim, praising Allah.
Allahu Akbar.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
That's beautiful.
Wow.
And it's one of those things where you just got to be courageous, man. You just have to do it. And alhamdulillah, a lot of people talk about the flag. Alhamdulillah, I didn't get fined. I remember when my agent called me and told me about that. But the beautiful thing was, I'm glad that there was a flag because it brought more attention to it. So then you had the world on every talk show, sports, people are debating a sajda. The whole world is just debating a sajda for
If you could just explain the flag, because probably people don't know what they mean by a flag. You got a flag.
So when I scored the touchdown, I actually, again, I'm just flowing at this point. So I just slid in the end zone and I did a sajda. So the ref, he throws a flag. So apparently it's a penalty. So apparently there's a rule, or it was a rule. Now you can do whatever you want. Apparently there was a rule that you can't go down in celebration on two knees, right? And so they throw the flag. We get the penalty. Alhamdulillah, it didn't affect the game because it was working the Patriots that game, and we won. Really good game. Afterwards came the backlash.
Oh.
And I'm talking about the Ummah showed up. I'm getting like Twitter and Instagram is not even, wasn't close to what it is now. But when I say people from France, Indonesia, Africa, everybody going at the NFL, that was wrong, yada, 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 you shouldn't be doing this. He better not get fined, all kinds of stuff. They, by like 6 a.m., they issued a statement. Oh, this is this. Like, I'm waking up to the news. There's reporters there. I'm like, what is going on? Check my phone. It's going crazy. And so it was beautiful because it captivated the world in terms of people should be able to pray to God. People should be able to worship. And so something that, I hold very personal in terms of my relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that was just a private moment that was displayed in public, right? But that level of courage, willingness to do something in an environment that it's foreign, that people aren't aware of. The ref, alhamdulillah, I don't know what was in his heart, so I just say he just seen something he's not used to, so he flags it, right? But look at the way it spreads, and look at the dawah that comes from that, right? Sometimes you never know, just getting over your own individual fear or acting in spite of fear, it can lead to the most beautiful moments.
Right. I mean,
SubhanAllah, how much izzah that brought to the ummah, though,
Yeah.
Like a lot of people never seen an Islamic gesture, in the NFL. Like, was there ever anything? That was never, it never happened.
Yep.
So it was the first time. Like, all that courage that it took to do it. Just the story that you said, Ya Allah, if I score, then, and Allah allowed you to score, subhanAllah. And that's tough, right? That you did. And the second thing, that not only did Allah make it stop there, but as a reward for the courage, the roar from the crowd, possibly the angels roaring with them. You never know what was happening there. And then after that, the whole ummah stood up for you to show you like how we come together, as an ummah, and people are discussing it. The Prophet ﷺ, this is something I thought of when you said that. The Prophet ﷺ said, "Man sanna fil Islami sunnatun hasana, falahu ajraha wa ajru man amila biha ila yawm al-qiyamah." Whoever starts a good sunnah, right, in the ummah, then they get the reward for it and the reward of everyone that does it after. So now everyone in any sport that was inspired by this action, you get the reward of that sajda and the impact that it has on the ummah. So that's, so courage, this is the reward of courage at the end. SubhanAllah, you sacrifice, and that's what we get.
No, and that's so deep. I mean, and when we talk about masculinity, it was our first episode, which really is, everything is couched in this concept of purpose. It's just kind of to reiterate that is, you find, if you're a Muslim man and a man that believes in a deity higher than yourself, Allah, if He's your ultimate purpose, everything you do in life is to please Him. We know that part, but sometimes we forget, or it's in our subconscious mind, that the results of the struggle or the results of embodying that masculinity is up to Allah. So the results of that was well beyond, I'm almost sure, what you would fathom. That there would be a penalty, firstly, and then the Muslims would stand like, what's going on now, mashallah? The Muslims coming online, the solidarity is creating a whole different wave, bringing a whole different perspective, making a lot of people think. And that's because someone wanted to embody that masculine trait of courage. And particularly when it comes to the man in leadership, there has to be some time of courage. And sometimes that courage, you may lose your life in that regard. Man qutila duna malihi fahuwa shaheed. The Prophet said, whoever is the one that dies in protecting his money, his honor, then he is a martyr. Right now I'm literally thinking like what it looks, because playing football and you're running in the helmet, and you see that vision, it's like, it's shaking, and you see that end zone coming close.
You're coming close. You're like, it's happening. Were you like certain? Like when you caught it and you were running, were you like absolutely sure you're gonna make it?
It's interesting that you say that, because there are moments where you have conversations with yourself, right? When I broke on the ball and I intercepted it, the immediate thought was, Allah did His part. Now you got to do your part. So like, I got to get there. I got to go. And like like I said, it was the loudest recorded sound. I didn't hear nothing. I'm just focused. I got to get there. I got to get there. I got to get there.
I love athletics.
So it's just me right now. It's just me. I have to uphold my part of the promise, because Allah did His part. He got me the ball. I got to go score. I got to go do a sajda, right? So so it was just a moment. But one of the beautiful things is people know me for being Muslim, not for anything I really did. Just that guy's a Muslim. If you talk to Husain around, he's a Muslim. The greatest thing that we can be known for is being a Muslim.